Welcome to the SOS School. The initials SOS stand for Simplicity of Soul. We'd like to show you with this school how simple it is to take care of your health. Because we know that if you learn to take care of your health, you will be better prepared to take care and more confident to take care of the health of your family. And eventually, if you are like most of us who like to share what you learn and what works for you with others, you'll also want to help others improve their health. So welcome to the SOS School. Whether you are connected to the school because you want to take care of your health, or whether you are connected because you want to help others, both reasons are a great reason to be connected to the SOS School. If, however, your initial interest as you get going on this school is only for your personal health, I'm asking one thing of you: keep an open mind, because if at any time what you're learning is something you think will help others, we'd love to see you do just that. And the school can actually do that for you. This is a school comprised of 10 virtual classes. That means you will be able to see it in a recording in the comfort of your home. Each of those 10 classes will last, is our hope, no more than 30 minutes, in that range. Because what we'd like to give you is practical information on your health, and then leave you on the description of each class with additional videos that you can look into if you'd like to extend this to a place where you can share it with other people and probably make a small business out of it, part-time, full-time, any kind of time that you want. The beauty of Solle is that it is a company based on health, and health is that one thing everyone needs and looks forward to retaining, regaining, or improving. There's never going to come a time in this system when someone says, yeah, no, I'm good feeling sick. I don't need help with my health. I'm good. I like the pain that I'm feeling, or the discomfort or the illness. It's not going to happen. It's like deodorant and like toothpaste. There's never going to come a time when someone says, I don't need any of those. We actually need it. So Solle is this company that if you decide to share it with others, there'll always be an interest for it. For this school, you will need your manual, you will need this catalog, and you will need this brochure. The person who brought you to the school, who taught you, hey, there's the school, come join it, that's your mentor. So we're going to use that word a lot through the school. If you are missing any of these documents, your mentor will make sure that you get it. So please go back to him or her and say, hey, how can I get these documents I'm missing? Also, in each class, I will be making reference to videos. I will give you the name. Don't stress if you don't have time to write it down. I know you'll want to pause it and look at it, but I promise you that my effort will be to leave it in the description as well. So if I mention a video in the class, on the description of the YouTube video, you will be able to go find the video and even click on it. And from there, it will take you where you need to go. Solle, what is it? Let's talk about that, because if you're coming to a class where you're going to learn about your health with a product line, we want to know what Solle is about. So Solle is spelled S-O-L-L-E. Its best way, its correct pronunciation is soul, like your soul. So not solely, not any other way. The correct pronunciation, if you'd like to have it and use it, it is Solle. What is Solle? Solle is a company that presents its products in an MLM platform. Now that word scares a lot of people, so that's why I always try to start from there. I love companies, and you will too after this, that have a platform of MLM. Why? Because their founders, what they've done is they have used all their resources not to do commercials on the radio and on TV and on the paper and wherever to promote their product. No, they prefer to use their resources on their product and allow the commercials, so to speak, to come from the network of people who will be using Solle and sharing it. So an MLM company really means that there is a good product to be had there if it works. And if you have any doubt that Solle works, your mentor will be able to connect you to health classes that we have weekly, where you will hear beautiful testimonies, and you'll get to hear the founders talk about how Solle has benefited and continues to benefit so many people. So your faith can be strengthened on the product line that way. But if there's a good product line, the best way to offer it is an MLM, because it assures that most of the money is focused and given to the product, which makes it a better product of higher quality. Solle is not a pyramid, so you don't have to worry about participating in anything illegal. You're not going to be asked to put a whole bunch of people into Solle. A pyramid is where a product doesn't move. Here there is, and there are products, and they are amazing. Because it's not a pyramid, you won't be asked to automatically, like I said, bring people in. You won't be asked either to have a certain amount of orders, dollar amount of orders every month. There will be no requirements in Solle. With whatever membership you have, nothing will be forced. And that is always comforting. Right now, every company out there fights for your attention. So if you are sitting there wondering, well, I also joined this class because I kind of want to know what Solle is about and decide if it's for me. That's got to be one of your questions. Why should I pick Solle over all these other companies that are asking me to go with them? There's a video that answers that question, although I will go into the 4 reasons. But if you want those reasons looked at more in detail, the video is 4 reasons to partner with Solle Naturals for improved health and economy. And again, the video will be in the description of this class as well. 4 reasons why you should partner with Solle Naturals. 1, this is a company line that will have each product focusing on your mind and your body. So the body will give us symptoms, but if you only address physical symptoms and you don't address mental health, true complete wellness doesn't occur, because there will always be an emotion linked to what you are physically having. I can almost do a blanket statement on that, because it is amazing how what we've lived through in life will result in a weakness in an organ that once it gets sick and has an illness, once we start working on that organ, if we do so with products that address both the mind and the body, the health of that organ, the body has a better time at returning it to health. And that's because, reason number 2, each one of the products has at least one adaptogen. Adaptogens are those plants that meet you where you're at and then help you get to where you're going. They help you address stress, which is huge, and it is now more and more confirmed with science that it does make us sick. So that's the second reason why you should partner with Solle Naturals. 3, Solle has categories to make it easier for you to know what you need when you need it during the day. Let me show you those categories briefly, because they are identified for you as colors. So when you grab a product that has a green label or a drink that has a green label, all the products that have green on them are in the balance category. There will always be organs in our body when we are not healthy that are working out of balance. Some are working too much, some are working too little. And so the product line with the green category, balance, will be focusing on helping you achieve the balance, homeostasis, so that your body can return you to health, improve your health, or retain the health you have. Because this is a product line which is great for people who are healthy and want to stay so. The second category is the red color, and that is going to be the lift category. There's always times in our lives when we need a lift, when we are emotionally down, when we are physically down, blood pressure goes down, our blood sugar goes down, our mental health, we just don't feel it, and we need something to lift us. And today people gravitate to what? Pops. Pop drinks and coffee and things with caffeine and power drinks. And so here's something healthy. This category, every product that has a red label will be part of this lit category. And then the third category is clarify. It's yellow. So anytime you come across a drink that is yellow or a product that has a yellow label, it will indicate that it is in the clarify category. Clarify is what we need when we're congested, when we can't see well, when we can't think well, when just something is stuck in our body and creating pain, when our bowels are not working the way they should. So many things where we need clarify, products that actually do that for us. And then all the products that have the blue label will indicate that they are products from the calm category. And so now, whenever you are hyper and you're accelerated and your mind is racing, or your blood sugar is racing, or your blood pressure is high, or you just feel like you are right around the corner and you're still here. Anytime when you feel you're just too rushed and you need something to calm you, now you don't have to gravitate to all those other things that have secondary negative effects, but you can gravitate to a product in the blue category and get the calm you're looking for. 4 categories that help you at any given moment understand and go for what you need at that moment in your day. I'm feeling accelerated. Where's my blue category drink? And then I can get some calm. I'm tired and I still need to finish the day. Where's my red drink to finish it without getting affected in my sleep? And so on and so forth. Categories in Soul are huge because they'll always show you where you need to go to get what you need, which is different from your neighbor, which is different from your family. We're all in different places at different times. So the categories are huge. And that's our third reason for partnering with Soul. And the fourth reason is the quality of the products. And again, in the health classes, you'll be able to see testimonies and hear many of them as you yourself develop your own so that you can see the beautiful quality and high quality of our products. And that video that I mentioned will go into more detail of those 4 reasons. So now you know a little bit about what Soul is about. If you go into the website, there's so many options, right? So many packages. And sometimes you're like, what do I do? And how do I start? And where do I start to take care of my health and that of my family? In this school, we'd like to show you that there is a system, and we will show you just one system. This is a system that will help you help your body return you to health, retain the one you have, or regain it or improve it. I'm sorry. Return and regain is the same, or improve it if you're happy with the one you have. This is a system that will work for anything anyone is facing. And the reason that is so is because, like we said, this is a product line that is based on adaptogens, which means it adapts to the needs everyone has. And throughout the rest of this class, you'll see other reasons why this system will work for every illness and every health imbalance. Now, you will learn in this brochure how it is, or using this brochure, how it is that you can recommend Soul with a system. And again, we said one system because when you taught your kids or little kids, even if they weren't yours, to tie their shoes, or when you were taught to tie your shoes, the reason you learned was because you were only taught one way. It worked, it was one way, you learned it, and you were good to go. And then you could teach others. So one of the reasons why having just one system is beneficial is because, I'll give you 2 reasons and then a video that will give you 4. 2 reasons why having one system is so important. 1, it'll be easy to learn. They're only going to teach you one thing. You're only going to learn one thing. And once you learn it, you're good to go. So one reason is that it's a benefit for having one system is because it'll be easy to learn. The second reason is if it was easy to learn, it's easy to teach. And remember, you have kids or you have grandkids or you have others in your life that you want to share this with. You don't have to say, go to so-and-so. No, you can teach them because it'll be easy to learn. Those are 2 of the reasons, of the 4 reasons why having one system and not something different will be so important. The video that I was mentioning with the other reasons is called 4 Benefits of Sharing Soul Naturals with a System. And we will leave it in the description so that you can go click on it and take a look at that in more detail. Now, one of the things that this gives you, this knowledge of, oh, wow, there's only one system. One of the things it'll give you is freedom. Because now you don't have to learn umpteen ways to help others, right? You don't have to. So if someone comes to me with diabetes and says, what can I use for my body to help me with that? You don't have to go look at your notes. You don't have to go ask someone. You don't have to say, I don't know. When someone comes and says, what should I do because I'm having this problem or this other problem? You don't have to go ask your mentor. You don't have to wonder, because by then you will have started on this program and you'll know what it's doing for you, and you will have gone through this school and you'll know that this one system is going to work. So it's going to give you freedom of being tied down to, oh goodness, I lost that notebook where I wrote all this down. Once you learn one system, it's all you have to teach others. Now, when people ask you, but I don't understand, why does this work that way? I have such a hard time understanding why it is that one system works for everything. That is a very good question and a very obvious question, because we come from a culture that has taught us, you go to the doctor, you get diagnosed, and once you have the name of that illness, then you get the medication. And this illness gets this medication, but this illness here gets this other medication, and this illness here gets this other one. So it is never one medication for different illnesses. And so it is a very good question when someone says, but I don't get it. I have this, my friend has that, my uncle has that, and we're all on the same program. How does that work? But that question is a good one, because the mentality from where we come, the culture we've been taught, is one of, you find out what you have and it's different for each person, the program you're going to be on. But what happens with this program is you're not addressing the symptoms, you are addressing the root. And what you will learn in this school is that there are only 4 things that keep us sick. So we are out of balance. Organs are not working all at the level they should. Some are working too much, some are working too little, right? And the reason why that imbalance occurs is because when we have an organ that stops working because of toxins or parasites or whatever that we're going to take a look at, when that one works too little or surgically is removed, the other organs have to work more. And so that's why we have imbalances in our body. And it is those imbalances that make us sick, one reason. The other reason is the toxins. So what I breathe, what I eat, what I drink, what I wash my clothes with and then put the clothes on me, what I do to my hair, what I bathe with, etc., etc. All these things come into the body and create toxicity. And our organs should be designed to eliminate all this, but they are so overburdened because there is more of this tsunami of toxins coming in than their ability to detox, because it's just too many. And 3, pathogens. Once we have the toxins in the body, we have only created an ambiance for toxins to come in and say, yay, here's my home. And so now we have parasites, fungus, virus, bacteria that come in and accommodate themselves in our lives and in our organs and make us just sick. And 4, we may eat a lot. We may feel full, but we are lacking nutrition. And because of that, these 4 things will always be the things that keep us sick. And so it doesn't matter what you're facing, whatever presentation of illness you have, those 4 things have taken you there. And so now the question is, how can that be? If those 4 things have taken me there, then we'd all would have the same illness. Not necessarily, because our illnesses are usually the result of the organs that are weak in our body. And that is usually the result of our genetic composition. So, you've been to the doctor, right? And the doctor says, so what is your family history? Do you have, and you see all these little boxes of columns and columns of heart disease, liver issues, etc. And you have to click yes, no, yes, no. Why do they want to know that? Because they want to see genetically what your family history is, because you probably have weak organs or weak body weak systems based on your genetics, based on what you've inherited. So if your parents had weak pancreas, you might have a weak pancreas. And when those 4 things come into your body and affect you, when your organs are out of balance, when you have toxins, when you face pathogens, when you're lacking nutrition, it's your weak organs that are going to be affected. And so for me, it might be my intestine. In fact, that's my weak organ. That's, what my family battles, cancer in that organ. So, but for someone else, it could be their pancreas, and for someone else, it could be their liver. And so those organs will be affected that way. So when it's the pancreas, then that person will present blood sugar issues, imbalances, or digestive issues, since that's a dual organ. And in someone that has liver issues, well, then you could have a whole bunch of things there, right? Because the liver is responsible for more than 500 functions in the body. So the symptoms could be incredibly, a huge variety, and it would all just always stem from an imbalance in your liver. And I could go on and on and on, but I think you get the picture. The illnesses are different because they're based on your weak organs, or they are based on the organs that have become weak, even if it's not in your family history, that have become weak because of your lifestyle, because of what you've chosen to do. Burn the candle on both sides, eat wrong, go to sleep, at odd hours. That would be burning the candle on both ends, and not staying hydrated, etc. And so you could have created your own weak organs, or you could have inherited them. But the illnesses will be different simply because we are all different. But the same 4 things will affect us. And so as long as I give attention to these 4 things, whatever my symptoms are, the body will now have the tools to help you heal. Now, a lot of the times when we get to that part, people wonder, well, if that's the case, are we also talking about having the ability to address mental health? And yes, because as we mentioned, one of the reasons why you want to consider Solle is because it has a focus because of its adaptogens on mental and on the mind and on the body. So yes, it will address that. But not only that, in your brochure, you'll notice that every month has a roll-on that you will be using. So not only do you have adaptogens in each product, which will help you address mind and body, but now you have aromatherapy, which will come in and help complete the picture so that you can now address all these issues. And then you'll have people that say, but what about if I have thyroid issues? Or what if I have lupus? Or what if I have this other autoimmune illness? Or what if I've been diagnosed with, yes, 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 yes. All of those things will be addressed with the Improve Your Health program, because you are giving attention with this system, because you are giving attention to the root, to the 4 things that took your body to develop those imbalances, no matter what organ it is. The next question a lot of people have is, so here's the thing, will I have to study everything in Solle? And will I have to go study health? Because see, I don't think I can share this until I understand exactly how the heart works, how the liver is, how, this product works with combination with this one to help here. And to, will I have to, yeah, no, I don't, I don't have the ability to share because I don't know all these things. And my best answer to that is, if a chef were to give you a recipe and say, oh my gosh, this plate that you loved, you went to dinner, you loved it, and the chef says, here's the recipe. Can you go home and follow the directions and do that recipe? Can you follow that recipe? Can you prepare the plate as the chef has given you the recipe to do? Or do you have to wait until you understand everything he understands, the way the product, the way that plant smells, or that spice, or the way that the type of meat that the fish is, does it, do you have to understand the kind of fish and why you're using it? Do you have to have all the years of experience in culinary school that the chef has had? Do you have to do it to follow the directions and make that plate that you loved? No, you don't, because you have a recipe. So this system will be your recipe, and you won't have to understand it all, and you won't have to know how it works. You'll just know that it works. And the school will also help you see how, as you go along in the program, Any way that your body reacts is always a good one, and you'll have the tools in this school to know what you do every time the body speaks to you throughout this program. So no, you don't need to learn all of this about health and everything before you can actually share this with your family or with others if that's what you decide to do. The other question a lot of people have is, well, will I always know how to share this with others? Because I probably wouldn't know how to even start. I wouldn't know everything you know. And you don't have to know it. What I'm trying to show you in the school is that the school will be your tool. You can always connect people to the school and you can say, hey, everything I learned in the school, go. It's 10 classes, they're virtual, they're 30 minutes, it's gonna be awesome. You can do it in 10 days, you can do it in 10 weeks, you can do it as slow or as fast as you want because it's all recorded, it's ready to go. So you don't have to learn everything. It's all gonna be in a video, and the other videos that talk about all these other things that we've been chatting about just now, they'll be in the description of each class, so you'll learn to share them that way. In fact, in the school, we're going to show you a checklist that will give you access to every video you'll ever need to share with any type of question that you're asked. So when someone asks something, you don't have to have an answer. You just have to go to the video and share the video. Or you'll have tools that you'll be able to provide people that will actually give you what they need to get an answer. So everything you'll ever have to do as you decide to share Soul will be as easy as pressing a button to share a video or turning or giving someone a picture of a brochure or putting a brochure in their hands. So literally kids can do this, right? It will be that easy to duplicate. You also will not need a modality. So a lot of people think, do I need to learn how to read eyes? Do I need to work with magnets? Do I need to do muscle testing? So from someone who used to do some of those things, I will tell you that I stopped doing it just simply so that when people look at me, they can't say, well, the reason you can share Soul is because you do iris analysis. No, I don't. I stopped consulting years ago. So no, this is all I do. I just use this system. And so you will not need a modality. You will not need the experience, because as long as you are following a recipe and you're sharing it, that's all you're doing. You're sharing. And the beauty of doing this is that now you don't feel like you need to spend extra time going to figure out a modality and what have you. However, if you are connected to the school and you have a modality, that's fine. I just beg you to understand that if you want to teach others what to do, it's going to be hard for them to look at you and imitate you, because if you do muscle testing, you would have to now teach that. And that's not as easy to teach as a system. And so as you continue with your modality, if that's what you choose to do, please keep in mind that this is important for you to learn so that you can show others how they can also take care of their health and help their health and help you take care of the health of others, right? Because you can't do it all. So you're going to want to have other people that are helping you take care of the health of others. And the best way to do that is not teaching them your modality. That will be very hard. I tried it and it just made things harder for me. Just teach them a system that they will not need a modality or the experience for. So now that you understand what Soul is about, this is what Soul wants to do for you. Soul would like you to get compensated for something that you've done all your life. So all your life, what you have done is you have shared what works. If you like a beauty salon and how they take care of your hair, if you like a restaurant and the food that the chef provides, you recommend it. And you usually don't get compensated for that, but we do it because we love to share what works and what we'd like with that to help others. So if you're ready to do that with Soul, Soul would like to compensate you. And so with the membership, membership, Soul gives you a code, a Share the Wealth code that literally says that if you share your code and somebody uses it to buy a drink, they will get $10 off their drink or $10 off their program, and you will get $10 in rewards in your account. Rewards So yes, every time you place a personal order, you get rewards placed in your account. Solle likes to reward their members and specialists. But now, if you share Solle with others as a member, you also get rewarded by getting extra rewards. These rewards stay in your account 90 days, use them before they expire, and you can use them just as you would money. So you can go buy a product, apply your rewards, and if there's no difference to pay, then your product was free. Probably paying the tax if you have to pay tax where you're at. And if not, you can pay the difference with another form of payment. Your mentor will tell you what your code is and how to find it. But now you know that Solle wants to do this if you're a member. And that code can be used over and over and over again, and you can rack up these rewards. Keep sharing Solle and keep getting rewarded. Now, if you're a specialist, Solle also does that for you, but it'll do something else. If you have the specialist membership, Solle now wants to compensate you a certain percentage of the order that somebody makes when they first start using Solle. So if a person that you share this program with places the order for their first month of the program, well, then Solle wants to pay you a percentage of that sale. And your mentor will actually go into details as to what that is. So now you are working with a company that wants to compensate you for what you've done all your life. And that is going to be amazing because you love the product, and as you share, you get compensated. So how do you choose the memberships? You choose the memberships one of two ways. When you come into Solle, you choose at that moment to become a member or to become a specialist. If you became a member later on, for example, if you're a member now and as you go through the school, you say, ooh, I want this specialist membership, you can upgrade to the specialist membership and your mentor will show you how to do that. So there are those ways that you can immediately come into the company with that membership or upgrade to a different membership. If you are a specialist or you sign up with that membership or you upgrade to that specialist, you will get, among many things, I'm going to mention to you too, your mentor will go into more details of what you get, and on business classes that we have weekly, you will get more information. But I will tell you two things that you get if you're a specialist. One, you get a replicate website that you don't have to pay for monthly. And what that means is that when someone says, hey, those 4 drinks that you're taking, those amazing drinks that you all you do is talk about them, where do I get information on them? You can give them your website, and now that person goes into the website and is automatically linked to you so that whatever they buy is connected to you, and Solle can give you the percentage that you will get from a first-time order and from also repetitive orders that these individuals will make. That's one. The other thing that I already mentioned actually is that when you sign up people, you will get rewarded a certain percentage. So those are the two things you get as a specialist. So here we are. You have learned a lot so far, but we do not want you to ever feel alone in this journey of health that you are on. The person who brought you to this school is your mentor. So when you are ready to do this school, they will be the ones that will help you through it all. If they get stuck, they have a mentor that they can go up to and get help from. And it's exactly like that. Mentor, mentor, mentor. If we get stuck down here, we just keep asking our mentor, and our mentor asks our mentor, and we get the help we need. But even better, we are a community of people that have gathered together to help you. And how do we do that? By chat groups. So now you have a WhatsApp chat group and you can get in it. So ask your mentor, if you're a member, to connect you to the member chat group. And if you're a specialist, to connect you to the specialist chat group. And this way, you're a member, you'll be in a chat group of people that are members and are going through the same thing you're going, and you'll be able to ask questions and make comments and say things, and specialists will be there ready to help you. And if you are a specialist and you're having issues helping others or challenges, you'll be with other specialists who will help you and give you tips, and you'll always feel connected no matter where you are. Ask your mentor to connect you to the chat group. Also, ask your mentor to connect you to the Facebook group and Instagram page that Solle Corporate has, because now you'll get additional information from Solle Naturals directly. And also ask your mentor to connect you to their personal Facebook, because there you'll get more specific tips on how to address your health with the one system we use. In Solle, you may find that other people have different systems. So stay connected to your member so that you're always focusing on that one way to tie shoes, because after all, it works. And if you learn it, you can teach it, and it becomes duplicable, and you'll be able to take care of your health, your families, and anybody else's that you'd like. That's the end of our class number 1, class 1 of 10. I look forward to seeing you in class 2, and any questions you have, remember, that's what your mentor is for. Your mentor is there to help answer your questions. This school is just a vehicle that we want you to use, and we want you to use to help others, but it's just a vehicle. And your mentor will be your guide.